Hi everybody, what's going on? KSA Kris here, the Real Estate Blitz, and I wanted to talk today about transaction coordinators. Somebody hit me up on a video that I did a little bit ago about who should be your first hire or hiring an administrative assistant, and I'm a firm believer. You have to hire an administrative assistant. Looking back on what should your first hire be, I got to change a little bit. I think I'm going to be a flip flopper. Look, an administrative assistant is huge. I think it's absolutely something that you got to do as you start to produce. I've given my reasons why, and I may do another video just on that if people show interest in this one. Just let me know. But honestly, the first hire, the right away, before you even do deal one, you got to find a transaction coordinator. Some people agree. I actually had this debate, and the reason why I bring it up, I had this debate. I was out, I think it was Sunday. I went out Sunday. We met up at a local vineyard with some other real estate professionals, and we get together at least once a week just to sort of talk, communicate, see where our businesses are, and bounce stuff off each other. And a friend of mine, he says, "Look, I don't like using a transaction coordinator, and I don't recommend it because I think people should learn the paperwork before." And okay, I'll buy that. Maybe you need to know the paperwork. I have no doubt that you need to know the paperwork. The question is in order to learn the paperwork, are you willing to bounce off the bottom? Now, if you don't know what bouncing off the bottom is, let me explain it to you. This is the life cycle. Oh, I'm nobody, I've done nothing, but I'm gaining traction and I get a deal. So you see there's a gap here. I get a deal. Now I'm going to spend all of my energy on getting this deal to close. I close the deal because I've been doing all my energy on paperwork. I've been spending all my energy on the client. I've been spending all my energy at every appointment, whether it's the inspections, termite, all that other jazz. So I have this gap here over an extended period of time where I haven't been focused on my pipeline, getting more deals. So I get paid, I got cash, and I'm feeling good, but guess what? I have no new business. So down goes the dive. You've lost all that momentum that you created, and you got to start all over. I call that bouncing off the bottom. What you should be doing is leveraging other people, or actually building a real business, right? Leveraging other people so you're not spending so much energy on all the stuff, so you can continue to prospect and build out a pipeline of new business so you have multiple transactions at any given time. Ideally, the way that we try to teach it here is that you are guaranteed, I know I'm going to close 4 deals on purpose every month. I know I'm going, and I have some guys on the team, I know I'm going to close 10 deals per month on purpose. Now, some people deeply believe, well, if I'm not doing it, then I'm not giving the best quality to my clients. And I 100% disagree. If you're working multiple transactions, you're actually thinning yourself out and you're giving worse, in my opinion, you're giving worse service to your clients by actually hiring somebody like a transaction coordinator that can deal with the paperwork, that can schedule the appointments, like the different inspections, and that can deal with the paperwork, that can deal with escrow, that can deal with title, that can deal with all these other things. That gives you time to actually communicate, and sometimes they even communicate with your clients. That gives you time to communicate with your clients when it's required, and gives you time to prospect, to create new business, or to focus your expert energy on the things that are really important. Okay, so between an administrative assistant, like right in-house, we have a full-time operations manager, we have a marketing manager, we have a lot of different things. So we're always adding value to every listing that we take and every buyer that we take. That's what you should be trying to obtain. The very first stop, in my opinion, is the transaction coordinator. That transaction coordinator most of the time will teach you the paperwork, and they will walk you down the path so you're not spending so much energy, you're not getting lost in the details. It's usually at a fraction of the cost, anywhere from I've seen it at $150 per transaction all the way up to $500 per transaction. I think a fair fee is about $300 to $450. At least this is in the California market. So if you're freaking out because you're in, like, I don't know, Arkansas. I don't know why I always go to Arkansas, but I do. But let's say you're somewhere else where the price points aren't so much. I'm sure it adjusts based off of those price points. But that's my opinion. I think a transaction coordinator is an absolute must. And yes, here's the thing. It's your responsibility to know the paperwork. You should not be learning the paperwork in a transaction. Just my opinion. If you got anything, do me a favor, like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear. And honestly, I would love to ask you, what do you think is the very first hire in your business that you should get? So like, share, comment. Check me out on YouTube. Check me out on Facebook. And I'll see you later. Have a good one.